Hi y'all. This video was mainly inspired by someone that I recently engaged with who is being ridiculed for making choices to live in the magical world. Well, I want to give a shout out to the individual and say thank you for your choice. And I know it's challenging sometimes to deal with people who make fun of you because you are not in the same genre as they are. Such is reality. However, there are things that you can do to keep yourselves above the fray, so to speak. Reach into your magical bag of power and be encouraged about where you have decided to park yourself. Now, we have to make certain compromises in relationships. That's just part of reality, part of life, part of loving other people. But we must remember to not allow folks to cross our boundaries and to upset our levels of tolerance. We have to sometimes push back, and it doesn't always have to be firmly. Sometimes you can do some gentle pushbacks, and if you need to escalate it, then by all means do so to protect and to guard yourself and your inner emotions and choices and decisions. Do not allow yourselves to be doormats, to be stepped upon, and to be extinguished as far as your fire. Keep your blaze. Oh yeah, you can do it no matter who you live with and what your situations are. You can live above the circumstances and whatever the cases may be. It's a matter of training yourself, discovering how to do it successfully, effectively, and where you can make an impact. So keep your head up and you answer those with love relative to how they treat you. But do not continue to allow yourself to be disrespected because you have differing viewpoints. You need to put people in check and let it be made with no uncertain terms that you have made your decisions, and if they don't respect them, then you're going to limit your engagements with them. And some people, you have to entirely love them from a distance, love them and let them the fuck alone. And I know sometimes in family matters that's not always possible. But I have lived in unpleasant family circumstances in the same household. And what I had learned to do was to mentally be absent while being physically present. No, I wasn't entirely mentally absent, but I was able to put myself into, for the most part, keep myself in a zone of mentality where they were not able to affect my joy levels. So I was present in the physical with them. But mentally and spiritually, I was in a whole different goddamn zone, and it worked well for me until I was able to physically remove myself and be independent in my living conditions. So, a lot of it's mental. But again, if you're allowing yourself to be emotionally abused or mentally abused, it's within you to put a stop to it and let it be known. Oh no, I'm not taking this anymore. I'm not putting up with this nonsense, your foolishness. I am not trespassing on your belief systems, and you are not going to be allowed by me to trespass on mine. Now, we can get along, but again, I'm not going to go so far in my compromising demeanor. You have to do some compromising yourself. If you have to have a long talk or a short talk with those folks, or whatever the case may be, own your power. Don't apologize for it. Don't say you're sorry for it. You can say we agree to disagree, as the saying goes, and we can do the best we can to engage. Now, sometimes you have to completely divorce folks as far as your spirituality and your engagements with them. Keep a distance from them if that's possible. And sometimes you can separate for a season until things maybe cool down and temper off or what have you. Do what you have to do to maintain your choices to be magical, mystical, and to continue to evolve in that respect. Just don't make a choice to squash where you're going as far as evolutionary stances. No, do not yield and give up your freedom. And be fearless, despite, and again, own your power and make no excuses or apologies for it. Yes, love yourself above all others. Thank you for listening. Bye now.